Off the coast of Brazil, there is an island the government will not let you set foot on. Not to protect the island from you, to protect you from what is living in the trees. And the strangest part, the same thing that makes this island deadly is also quietly saving millions of human lives. About 90 minutes by boat from São Paulo sits Ilha da Queimada Grande. From a distance, it looks like paradise. Forest, rock, and empty beaches. But no one lives here. No one is allowed to, because this island does not belong to people. It belongs to a snake that exists nowhere else on Earth, the golden lancehead. Here is the part most people never learn. These snakes were not brought here. They were trapped here. Around 11,000 years ago, the rising sea cut this hilltop off from mainland Brazil. The snakes left behind were sealed in, and over thousands of years they became something the world had never seen. On the mainland, a lancehead bites its prey, lets go, and follows the trail. But on this island, there are no mammals to hunt on the ground. So the golden lancehead learned to hunt the only meat that visits: migratory birds resting in the trees. And a bird that is bitten can simply fly away to die where you will never find it. So evolution solved the problem twice. First, the snake will not let go. It holds the bird in its mouth. And second, its venom became roughly 5 times stronger than its mainland cousins, the fastest-acting venom in its entire family. In a human, that venom attacks the blood and the flesh around the bite, killing the tissue itself. The good news: almost nobody is ever bitten, because nobody is allowed to land. The record holds only a handful of bites and a few deaths from a time when people still came. So Brazil sealed the island. The Navy controls who lands, permission is almost never given, and the rule is blunt. If you go, a doctor goes with you. But humans did try to take this island once, and the way they tried tells you everything. The island's name, Queimada Grande, means the big burn, and it is not poetic. Over a century ago, settlers wanted this land for a banana plantation, to clear the forest, and the snakes, they set the island on fire. It did not work. The fire took part of the forest, but the snakes were already everywhere, and the people gave up and left. Humans tried to burn this place to the ground to own it, and the snakes simply won. There was only one structure people kept on the island, a lighthouse. In 1909, Brazil built it to steer ships away from the rocks. 4 years a keeper and his family lived beside it, the only humans on Snake Island. And then comes the story people still tell. One night, they say, the snakes came in, through the windows across the floor. The keeper, his wife, and their children ran for the boat. They were bitten on the way down the hill from the branches above. None of them made it. There is no proof it happened that way, but there is no argument about what came next. The lighthouse was automated. The keepers were pulled out, and no human has lived on this island since. Now, the part that flips the whole story. You would think the most dangerous island on Earth would be one we are desperate to destroy. The opposite is true. Brazil is fighting to save it, because the golden lancehead is dying out. Sealed on one tiny island for so long, the snakes have been forced to breed with their own relatives, until many are now born sterile, some with both male and female parts, unable to reproduce at all. A myth once claimed almost 500,000 snakes lived here. The real count today is closer to 2,500 and falling. And here is the fact that changes everything. Studying the lancehead's venom led scientists to the first modern blood pressure drug, a medicine that today keeps tens of millions of people alive. The snake the world calls a killer is quietly a healer, and its venom is now being studied for heart disease, blood clots, even cancer. Which is exactly why criminals want it. Poachers still risk the island to steal these snakes alive, where a single golden lancehead reportedly sells for tens of thousands of dollars on the black market. An island we burned and could not take, A snake that can kill a man and is keeping millions alive. And a light that still switches on by itself every night over a place no human will ever answer. Follow. Tomorrow's place is worse.